Get obsessed or get left behind. This is why most people fail. Because they dabble. Because they tiptoe around their dreams as if they are visitors in their own potential. As if greatness is reserved for someone else, someone luckier, someone with better circumstances, someone with fewer responsibilities, someone with a golden invitation that never came for them. But the truth is, the world doesn't care about your half-hearted efforts, your fragile desires, your wishful hopes that you scribble in notebooks you'll never open again. The world only moves for those who move with obsession, for those who dare to get relentless, for those who set themselves ablaze with a vision so clear that no rejection, no failure, no hardship can put them out. If you want to rise, you must be willing to burn away who you were for who you could become. It's easy to scroll, to watch others win, to convince yourself you're working just because you're thinking about working. But thinking is not doing. Wishing is not building. And being interested is not the same as being obsessed. When Thomas Edison was working on the light bulb, he failed over 10,000 times. But he wasn't counting failures because he wasn't interested. He was obsessed. He could see the glow in the darkness before the world ever did. Every spark, every shattered filament was a step toward that glow. When the world mocked him, when others laughed, when investors doubted, he did not need permission to keep going. Because obsession does not wait for applause. Henry Ford wanted to bring the automobile to every working family, not just the elite. The experts called him foolish, told him the masses would never want it, said it was impossible to build at scale, that it was impractical, that horses were better. But Ford didn't want to improve the horse. He wanted to change the world. And he was obsessed enough to endure ridicule, to fight bankruptcy, to lose friends, to work when no one believed. Because that is what obsession is. It's the willingness to look foolish in the eyes of the world for the sake of the vision that burns in your heart. You will not get there if you treat your dreams like a hobby. You will not build an extraordinary life with ordinary effort. You will not become who you're meant to become if you keep giving yourself an escape hatch every time it gets hard. You must get obsessed or get left behind. Because while you're thinking about it, someone else is building it. While you're questioning your worth, someone else is stacking skills, taking risks, moving forward even when afraid. While you're waiting for a sign, someone else is creating opportunities with their own hands. Mindset. It all begins here. Most people feed their minds with excuses and distractions, wondering why they can't stay focused. If your mind is a garden, what are you planting? Doubt or discipline? Excuses or execution? Fear or faith? The obsessed treat their minds as sacred ground. They guard what they consume. They feed it with what fuels them. They program it with visions of victory, relentless affirmations of who they are becoming. They do not allow the weeds of negativity to grow unchecked. You become what you think about. And if your thoughts are weak, your actions will be weaker. You must train your mind to believe in the vision even when the evidence does not yet exist. You must develop an unshakable belief that your actions today are building the future you deserve, even if no one claps for you. Belief. It is not enough to want it. You must believe you can create it. You must believe in your capacity to learn, to improve, to grow, to overcome. Belief is the fuel that keeps the fire alive when the winds of failure and rejection try to blow it out. You are not your past. You are not your failures. You are not the opinions of others. You are your decisions, your discipline, your willingness to act when fear whispers, wait. Clarity. The obsessed do not wander aimlessly. They know exactly what they want. They have a clear target, a vision so sharp it pierces the fog of confusion and distraction. What does your ideal life look like? What does your freedom look like? What do your mornings look like when you are living in alignment with your purpose? What will it feel like when you have built what you promised yourself? Write it down. Define it. Clarity is the antidote to confusion. When you know what you want, saying no to distractions becomes easier. You do not need to chase everything because you know what is worth chasing. Vision. Your vision must become your obsession. It is the blueprint you build with your actions. It is the compass that guides your discipline. It is the fire that keeps you moving when your body is tired, when your mind is screaming for comfort, when your friends are sleeping in and you are rising early to do the work. Your vision is not for them. It's for you. They may not understand why you work late, why you skip parties, why you say no to the easy path. They may call you crazy until the day they call you a genius. Let your results speak. Purpose. Why must you build this vision? Why must you win? Why must you rise? If your reason is shallow, your effort will be shallow. If your purpose is weak, your execution will be weak. You need a reason that sets your soul on fire, that forces you to get up even when you fail, that demands your discipline, that keeps you focused while others are distracted. Your purpose is what transforms obstacles into opportunities, pain into power, setbacks into setups for your comeback. Discipline. Obsession without discipline is chaos. You can want it with every cell in your body, but if you do not structure your days to execute consistently, your obsession will wither into frustration. Discipline is doing what needs to be done whether you feel like it or not. It is honoring your commitment to your vision when your emotions are tired, when distractions tempt you, when comfort seduces you to relax. Greatness is not built in a single day of motivation. It is built in countless days of disciplined action stacked upon each other, compounding silently in the darkness until the results shine so brightly the world can't ignore you. Action. There will be no perfect time, no perfect plan, no perfect circumstances. The perfect moment is the moment you decide to act, move, start, execute, adjust, learn, improve. Keep moving. The obsessed do not wait for the world to tell them it's their turn. They take their turn. They create momentum through action. They build confidence through small wins. They refine their path through execution, not overthinking. Gratitude. While you climb, do not forget to appreciate the steps you've taken. Gratitude is not complacency. It is fuel. It reminds you how far you've come. It keeps you centered. It humbles you while you rise. The obsessed are grateful for the grind because they understand the grind is what transforms them into who they must become to hold the vision they are building. Adaptability. You will fail. You will face setbacks. Your plans will break. People will leave. The economy will shift. Technology will change. Life will test you. Adapt. Adjust. Learn. Pivot. Resilience is built by refusing to break when plans fail, by staying committed to the vision while flexible with the methods. The obsessed see challenges as necessary, failures as feedback, obstacles as opportunities to grow stronger. Resilience. It's not how many times you fall, it's how many times you get back up. It's the ability to stand again after defeat, to smile in the face of adversity, to keep moving when progress feels slow. Those who are obsessed do not quit because it gets hard. They expect it to get hard and prepare themselves to endure. Learning. Never stop learning. Never stop growing. Read. Seek mentors. Analyze your failures. Reflect on your progress. The obsessed are students of life, constantly upgrading their mindset, their skills, their habits. Because when you are obsessed, you do not fear the work. And so, you stand on the threshold between who you are and who you could be, between comfort and conquest, between drifting and dominating, between the life you tolerate and the life you were born to create. Because let's be brutally honest, most will never cross it. They will watch, scroll, and talk about goals they will never execute. They will let distractions devour their time. They will seek validation instead of mastery. They will trade their potential for the shallow comfort of fitting in. But obsession will not let you settle. Obsession whispers to you in the silence when no one else is watching, asking you why you're playing small, reminding you of the vision that keeps you awake at night, reminding you of the promise you made to yourself to live, to lead, to create, to conquer. This life is not a rehearsal. This moment will not return. You have within you the power to become obsessed with your growth, your vision, your execution, your discipline, your faith, your future. You can transform the energy you waste on distractions, doubts, and excuses into fuel for your destiny. When others sleep, you study. When others complain, you execute. When others gossip, you grow. When others wait, you act. Because you understand that while everyone has dreams, only the obsessed build them into reality. Every day is a brick. Every action, every hour of focused work, every disciplined choice is a brick laid in the foundation of your empire. You are not simply passing time. You are constructing the life you will one day walk within. And you do it without applause, without needing external motivation, without requiring anyone to see the work you're doing in the darkness. Because the obsessed are fueled from within. Remember this. If you are not obsessed, you will be replaced by someone who is. That is not negativity. It is reality. In a world that rewards speed, consistency, and precision, the market, the audience, the opportunity will flow toward those who are relentless, who sharpen their skills while others are distracted, who say no to comfort, to say yes to greatness. You do not have to apologize for your obsession. You do not have to water yourself down to make others comfortable. Your discipline will be misunderstood by the undisciplined. Your hunger will be mocked by the comfortable. Your drive will intimidate the stagnant. Let them misunderstand you. Let them call you intense. Let them call you obsessed, because they will call you successful later. Mindset of the obsessed. They understand that emotions are not dictators, they are indicators. You may feel tired, but you are not finished. You may feel fear, but you are not paralyzed. You may feel doubt, but you do not surrender. The obsessed train their minds to align with their mission, not their momentary moods. They understand that the mind is a battlefield, and if you do not conquer it, it will conquer you. If you do not control your thoughts will control your future. They install daily mental conditioning, affirmations, visualization, journaling, reflection. They do not leave their mindset to chance. Belief of the obsessed. They know that talent alone is not enough. It is belief combined with disciplined action that moves mountains. They believe they can learn what they don't know. They believe they can become who they need to be. They believe their vision is possible even if the evidence is not yet visible. They do not borrow their belief from the approval of others. They generate it through execution. Clarity of the obsessed. They do not wake up aimlessly. They plan their days, structure their hours, prioritize their mission. They define what winning looks like each day, week, month, year. They understand that every big victory is the result of thousands of small, intentional victories. They are clear on who they want to become, what they want to build, and why it matters. Without clarity, there is confusion. Without clarity, there is distraction. Without clarity, there is drifting. The obsessed eliminate confusion through clarity. Vision of the obsessed. They see the life they are building so vividly that it feels real before it is real. They know what their mornings look like, what freedom feels like, what legacy they will leave. They walk by faith, not by sight, because they understand vision precedes victory. When setbacks come, and they will, vision anchors them. When failures hit, and they will, vision fuels them to rise. When loneliness creeps in, and it will, vision comforts them, reminding them why they are enduring what others avoid. Purpose of the obsessed. They have a why so strong that the how becomes irrelevant. Their purpose is bigger than their pain. Their mission is bigger than their excuses. Their dream is bigger than their discomfort. Purpose makes you unstoppable because it reminds you why you started when quitting feels tempting. Purpose transforms suffering into sacrifice, setbacks into stepping stones, delays into divine preparation. Discipline of the obsessed. They understand discipline is the foundation of freedom. They know that discipline is choosing between what you want now and what you want most. They know that one undisciplined day can cost momentum, but one disciplined day can compound into unstoppable force. They wake up early when necessary. They train when others sleep. They read when others scroll. They invest when others spend. They execute when others hesitate. Discipline is not a punishment, it is the bridge to freedom. Action of the obsessed. They do not wait for motivation. They act. They do not overthink every detail. They start. They do not fear mistakes. They learn. They do not wait for perfect timing. They create it. They understand that action brings clarity, builds momentum, and generates confidence. Thinking will not change your life if it is not paired with doing. Gratitude of the obsessed. They are grateful for the grind, for the discomfort, for the journey. They understand that gratitude is fuel, not complacency. It humbles them while empowering them. It keeps them present while they build the future. They are grateful for the lessons, the losses, the small wins, the mentors, the opportunities hidden inside obstacles. Adaptability of the obsessed. They do not break when the plan fails, they pivot. They do not quit when they fail, they learn. They do not surrender when life tests them, they adjust. Rigidity is the enemy of progress. Adaptability allows the obsessed to endure storms while continuing forward. Resilience of the obsessed. They do not expect an easy path. They embrace the pain of growth because they know the pain of regret is far worse. They rise when knocked down. They rebuild when things collapse. They fight when the world says rest. They do not complain about the weight on their shoulders. They get stronger. They do not blame others for their setbacks. They take ownership. They are relentless. They are resilient. They are obsessed. Learning of the obsessed. They are lifelong students. They read, listen, watch, reflect, implement. They study success. They dissect failures. They seek mentors. They upgrade their habits, their thinking, their skills. Because they understand that every level of life requires a new level of them. The obsessed are not static. They evolve. They transform. They grow.